What's going on, guys? In this video, we are recapping week 1 of the NFL season. I drafted 74 best ball teams. We're going to see how I did. If the season were to end today, we're going to calculate the math to see how much profit I would have made, or I will make, because I'm going to win these leagues. And then do the math on, like, if I invest 100 grand, how much I'm on pace to see a return in investment. I just recorded this video, and then an ESPN ad came up, and I did not know where the noise was coming from. So I spent like a minute trying to figure out what tab to X out of. So literally just said all this stuff, but I'm going to re-say it for you guys like it's the very first time. So if you guys could hit that thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it. This is more for me just documenting my journey than anything else. And if you're watching this, I think what you can take away from it is, one, I'm really good at fantasy. So my $50 draft guide probably was a good investment, or would be a good investment next year when I do it again. And then two, just the best ball opportunity, because I think best ball is one of the greatest opportunities as a sports investor. I mean, you have sports cards, you have just straight bets, you have fantasy football, DFS, you can't really scale fantasy football. And then best ball is amazing to me because you can easily, if you have $1 million and you want to put $1 million into best ball, you can load up an Underdog account and just draft 3 teams at once, build your rankings so that you can pretty much auto draft, and then complete your stacks when it's time to manually complete stacks, and you can really give yourself a good chance at making big money. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes. I mean, obviously it's just week 1, but right now I'm on pace to do some pretty special things. Now there are 2 separate types of best ball leagues. There's the type that I have pulled up here, and I was just showing off this roster, so we'll go back real quick. So you can see this is actually my best team, which honestly is unfortunate because it's not a tournament, it's just a regular league. So if I come in first here, the most amount of money I can make is $320. Initial investment, $50. This is my most expensive league like this. That's just an isolated league. As you can see here, these were really just me practicing. When I first signed up for this site, I said that I was just going to do $3 entry, put my $10 in, get my free $25 bonus for signing up. By the way, there's a $25 bonus for signing up if you use the link in my bio. The site's phenomenal. I'll get into that later at the end of the video on how you can make money now. But I realized, wow, I feel really good about these drafts, and I did not know what I was doing for the most part. Now, as you can see here, there are 10 leagues, 10 of the 74 drafts that I did like this. I'm in first place in 2 of the 10, so 20%, and then I'm in second place in 3, so 30%. So literally 50% of these first 10 drafts, when I did not know what I'm doing, I would advance into the playoffs of a tournament. And in this case, I'm turning $50 into $350. So for the purposes of this video, I mean, we're going to talk about everything, but I did do the math, and I want to show you those numbers here in a second on if I just did a straight 50 or 72 $50 leagues. Because even though I drafted 74 times, 2 of the times there was a glitch. One of the times the internet didn't work, and the other time I forgot what happened. Maybe I had to, like, I started a draft and I just had to leave because something was going on with my wife or my mom or something. So we're going to calculate how many times I'm in first, second, and third place out of 72. So real quick, before we go through that, I do want to show you guys my best lineup. I think it'll be fun to just kind of show the highest scoring lineup. This one put up 196. We, as you can see, did not invest any of our first 4 rounds into a quarterback or running back. If you purchase my draft guide, hopefully your team looks similar to this, because we still got a ton of points from Kareem Hunt. Drafted him 69th overall, somewhere around there. Swift, we probably drafted around the 50 mark. And then we didn't draft a quarterback till probably 120 picks into the draft, and we got 29.62 points. I mean, there's people that drafted QBs in the top 5 rounds that wish they had this kind of production. Shout out to Jameis Winston. Shout out to Jameis Winston. Let's go. There are only 3 of these in the world graded PSA 10, and your boy has one of them. $750. I'll sell it for $3K right now, but I'm kind of holding on to it, hoping it gets to 5K is my number that I want to get for it. Anyways, yeah, we got production out of Swift and Hunt. Team looks really solid. Really love this running back, these 4 running backs right here. I think 2 of them can score a touchdown almost any week. And this is our bread and butter right here. Just getting 100 points out of the receiver position. Getting 100 points out of the receiver plus the flex, I should say. I mean, we had Mike Williams. He went off, and he didn't even have to contribute. Sammy Watkins is a nice guy to raise our floor. Between Watkins, Fuller, and Eskridge. Those 3, one of them should contribute, either a touchdown or, maybe one of them gets 100 yards. I mean, I don't think Eskridge is going to get 100 yards too much, but you never know in Seattle. Russell Wilson does spread the ball out, so he could get a touchdown. And then Gronk at the tight end position. Obviously, the tight end position here might be a challenge for us week to week, but we did build a nice 45-point lead. So basically, loading up at wide receiver is a big key. It looks like the first 3 rounds we went receiver here, so pretty happy with how that turned out. Anyways, I'll show you guys some other lineups. I'll just kind of click around. Out of the Puppy 2, this is a $5 entry fee, and then $100K to first place. So we had 10 Puppy 2 teams. We have 1 first place, 1 second place, 1 third place. Definitely above average because these are 12-man leagues. So those numbers are definitely profitable, but pretty close to break even. Puppy 2, I didn't really know what I was doing still. Puppy 3, I had it all dialed in. So Puppy 3, I was at the point. This was like a couple weeks ago, like right before the season started, where I was like, dude, if I put 100K into this, if I put $1 million, however much I could get down, however much I could physically get down and draft throughout the month of August, I'm pretty confident I would double my money. Or at least get like a 50% return on investment where if I get $250,000 down, I'm making 6 figures of profit. So you can see here 16 entries, 5 are in first place. That's absolutely unbelievable. Then we have a third place, and none are even in second. Let's see one of these teams, man. Let's see what these teams are looking like over here. So that had a 145. That's not that impressive. 160 is pretty solid. Anything over 150, you got to be feeling pretty good. 157, so 154. So as you can see, my first team got 196. I mean, none of these are really touching that. And then my biggest investment was 39 entries into the $25 Best Ball Mania 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 first place teams, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 second place teams, and then a third place team. Let's see if any of these teams just went crazy. 161 is pretty good. 166 is pretty freaking good. Let's check out that 166 team. So we have Winston again. Amazing. First draft pick at QB position was Stafford. I really like that combo of Winston and Stafford. Unfortunately, Cam Newton's a dead pick. Miles Sanders and James White. James White was a clutch pick for us. Sony Michelle should, or is it Sony Michael? Am I saying, is it Michael or Michelle? I don't really know. But obviously know who Sony is. He should get more of a role as the season goes on. We didn't really see him in that Sunday night football game. And then Leonard Fournette. I thought Leonard got most of the carries. I know Ron Jones fumbled, but Fournette could have bigger weeks than that. So we'll see. Receiver position is absolutely loaded. DK Metcalf didn't even contribute to this team. Not to mention we're getting Michael Thomas back week 6. So as long as we can hold on to a top position and get Thomas back, we're in great position. We have Tyler Higbee, so we have the Higbee-Stafford stack. And then we have Kyle Pitts. He may or may not contribute. But the fact that our second-round pick in DK Metcalf and our fourth-round pick in Kyle Pitts did not contribute, it's insane that we had 166 points. So we have way more room to grow or at least maintain these numbers. So that's pretty damn good. Feel pretty confident about that squad. Wow. 185? Holy smokes. Let's see this 185 team. This might be our squad right here. So we got Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers. We paid up for a quarterback in this one, which is rare. Melvin Gordon was clutch. You know, we have James White right here. I really love this running back group that we have here. Usually I did 4 running backs. I studied, and that's what a lot of the pros do. But I'm glad I added James White here because it kind of solidifies the running back position. We're going to get at least somebody should go off in these top three, and then we should have Madison and James White. Hopefully one of them can find the end zone and make sure we get good points out of our running backs. But then our receiving core, this is unbelievable right here. These are four of the receivers you would want, and the fact that we had Christian Kirk and Mike Williams too. I think Christian Kirk he scored twice and he didn't even make our roster. That's incredible. So 70 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he didn't even contribute to this best ball lineup. And then Mike Williams, I think, went out and got 18 points. Didn't contribute. And then tight end. What's up? Yeah, pull it out. I messed that up. Oh my gosh. I forgot that I was cooking food. Prayers that it is not overcooked. Prayers. I'm an idiot, boys. I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh. Okay. If I wish I could have drafted a top tight end here. Because just imagine if you replaced Tyreek Hill with Travis Kelce. I don't think Kelce was available then. But imagine if I got Waller instead of Hopkins, right? It could have looked even better probably, because not that, Hopkins didn't do his job, but we could have used Mike Williams or Christian Kirk in Hopkins' place and then plugged Waller in down here. So hopefully, Mike Gesicki should contribute more, and hopefully Zach Ertz can, get a couple 10-point games. But this is pretty unbelievable. It's going to be a little harder to compete for championships with this squad without a tight end. But damn, boys. We just put up 185. You put up 185 in a playoff week, you're going to be just fine. And if you look at the schedule, the Cardinals are a good team to have exposure to like this, where we have them double stacked and then we have James Conner. So it's probably my favorite team right here. Anyways, I did the math. Out of the 72 teams, and this is based on, one second, let me bring us back to the $50 league. This is based on if you just do $50 leagues, no tournament plays, no $1 million won, and just grind out $50 leagues where first place gets $320, second place gets $170, and third place gets $50. We were in third 4 times. That's crazy. We were in second 10 times. We were in first, I don't even know how many times. I think it was 15. It was 15. I have it right here in my notes. So if we entered 72 $50 leagues, it would be an investment of $3,600, and it would be a total profit of $3,100. So the money made would cover our initial investment, and we'd get 31. So that is 86% return on investment. So if we were to put $100,000 in and do these drafts, however many drafts that is, there are $250 drafts, but I'd imagine those are a little bit more competitive. We would literally make $86,000 of profit. So next year, I'm for sure going to do that. I'm very excited about it. And I just wanted to share this with you. Hopefully after week 2, I'll look just as good. With the first place finishes, we have 15. So 15 out of 72 is 20.8% of the time we're coming in first. And I made a TikTok about this, and people said, oh, it's unrealistic that you could come in first that many times. Well, after week 1, we are in first place in 20.8% of our leagues. So absolutely incredible stuff there. And let's say 25 out of 72. 34.7% of our teams will advance into the playoff rounds. That's crazy. I don't know that anybody is doing numbers these high. They probably are. The other sharps probably are. But exciting to see that. I just wanted to share it with you guys. I'm pumped, and I'll probably do this every week, maybe every other week throughout the season. And my hope and my goal is that we will win one of these best ball tournaments, really add that bullet point to the resume, and give myself a little bit more credibility than I already have. And next year, I'm definitely going to invest heavily into basketball. And the only reason I didn't this year is because my wife and I mentioned it a lot. I kind of need to explain. I'm not investing tens of thousands of dollars right now because all of my money is tied up in these houses that we're closing on. So we live in one house. We're buying a house to move into, and we're closing on an Airbnb. The down payments for both of those houses, that's all my money tied up. It's about $100,000. We're using a VA loan, so if you guys do the math, it checks out. And then when we sell the house we're living in now, we'll get that equity out. And then that'll be what I invest in sports cards, stocks, another Airbnb we're going to build, and then sports, of course. So, yeah, so crappy timing on that, but had to do what I have to do. I'm just transitioning into investing in sports full-time. But, yeah, super excited, man. This is a crazy good team. That Cardinals team is crazy good. This one is too, unfortunately. It's not in a tournament, but all right, guys, that's it for the Week 1 recap. Let me know in the comments how you guys did in fantasy football this year, and go to the link in the description of this video to get a $25 bonus when you sign up for Underdog. Also, Underdog has really good pick'em, and that was my point. So if this game goes under right and there's no touchdowns, well, maybe actually what I would do is under on passing touchdowns, and then maybe under a longest reception, right? And all of these really correlate, right? They all really correlate. And then maybe over on Saquon's rushing yards. And then you put in 100 to win 1,000. It's insane. Correlated parlays are insane. So go to the link in the description of this video and get your free $25 when you deposit $10. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Good luck with all of your bets. Peace.